I have no idea. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Chasing the Whimsy. I'm your host, Ben, and we are with
Megan.
Award-winning Megan.
Award-winning Megan here for the PJ cast.
Yes.
The first ever sleepover version of Chasing the Whimsy.
It's funny because we talked to. Did you see the Jay Sargent video or episode?
No, I did not.
Okay, so we zoomed. So we had Jay Sarge and Jeff, and they were on. Hold on a second. Go back. So we zoomed, and then there's the Then there's like the reality of like we could totally. So I put that one up. So we had both Jay Sarge and Jeff. So
right,
like Spotify let me post a video up there too. Mm-hmm. So YouTube and so they part of the idea is like I could like at some point we should start videoing. I think.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like the next.
Year 3 is the year
step,
that the
right?
Right. Year
well, because
one...
I mean, if you see any like podcasts that's on YouTube, they do have video.
Yes.
They really do.
I'll spoil part of the episode. You can go back and watch it. But Jay Sarge and Jeff watched the panels.
Really?
And that's where they got the idea to move some of their stuff over to YouTube.
Oh my god. I didn't know that Jay Sarge actually watched them to us.
Jay Sarge listens quite a bit. And then Jeff started following us a little bit. Like he's on Patreon. I see him a little bit more active on the socials and stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, since that panel, like the week after their episode, they're like, yeah, Ben's doing all kinds of stuff. And they're like, we should do YouTube.
Well, yeah, clearly they should do YouTube because I feel like the more you branch out to different like platforms, mm-hmm. the better because you're casting a wider net,
right? And
it's free, so.
Right. So they part of it was the editing aspect of it. So they adjust their recording a little bit to make sure that, like you and like with us, very little edits, like if at all.
Right.
I specifically made sure that, like I learned how to edit when needed. But I don't want to have to edit so much.
Drop too many F-bombs or whatever.
So they have a friend who's going to help them with the video. So they record it, he'll cut it up, and yeah, they're going to start putting stuff on.
That's so neat.
And they kind of tagged us as like a semi-inspiration to find a different way to get their stuff out there.
Well, I want to know when they set it up because I'll be their first follower.
Yeah. I think they have one episode out there now. It's like an hour 40.
I'm pulling out the phone not only to look at that, but because I forgot to silence my phone again.
And your alarm will go off very soon. So yeah, it was super cool that they're doing that. And then it was funny because then I'm like, hey, Jay Sarge, you're an award-winning musician now. And
yes, he is.
I just like the idea that I keep throwing out award-winning at everybody. But we haven't seen you since the end of year 2.
Which was not quite that long ago.
No. We're 2 episodes into year 3. Technically, we're a week in.
And we're hitting it off real hard with the not planned cast.
No. I think some of it's just kind of just like the idea of filling you in on a little bit because we got some Matthew C., Mr. C., and his podcast updates. Some Jay Sarge and suggested articles updates. So kind of just like get an idea of like where year 3 is going to take us.
So that we can then just throw that plan out the window and do something completely in the opposite direction.
or just like keep it super vague but really lofty, and then like the journey of like going everywhere else, because like it would be like, oh, we're gonna do this, and then we'll get there and be like, why did it take us so long to get here? I'm like, oh, because we had a detour through bobbleheads and and something else, and then back over here again. Yep.
Subscribe.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. It was a fun episode. Different. What was interesting was it was a podcast on podcast type thing. So like it wasn't just a guest; it was a podcast guest.
Yeah, like a whole unit.
Yeah. It was nice to talk to Jeff again. I'm going to head back over to theirs in a couple of weeks, I think. But yeah, I think it was funny because I told him like,
see, we should need to do more trades like that, though. That's why we need those people from the con to start their podcast, because I want to trade episodes like crazy.
that was one of my topics. Make a note of that so I don't forget it, because I will forget it. But yeah, we're going to do a bunch of mashups. But you were gone for a couple of weeks, or for a week. Like, what? You were gone for like 10 days.
Oh yeah, it was like, what is he talking about?
Because you missed because we missed the award show. We didn't get a chance to record with you. Everything kind of
we saw the beginnings of the award show while we were in Florida. Good. So you sent the link to Kelly and she sent it to me.
Good. So you went to New Jersey for some family stuff, and then you went down to Florida for some family stuff.
Correct.
Did you have a good time?
Yes. Okay. So yeah, we were in New Jersey for a funeral, but we did have a good time. It was my stepdad's mom who passed, but she passed.
Step grandma then?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's been in our life since we were 5. So, but she passed actually like last winter. Mm-hmm. So we were waiting to inter her in the mausoleum until now, but we stayed with my sister, and that was a whole lot of fun because I haven't seen that family since Sophie was like still 1, I think. Yeah. Because we went to Florida when my mom was 60. So I'm 34, so that would be 4 years ago.
Okay.
And so I haven't seen any of...
You do that math instead of Sophie minus...
Yeah. But, because my mom's 30 years older than me exactly. So her 60th would have been my 30th.
That's so funny because I do the same thing because I'm 20 from my mom. Yeah. Until my birthday, and then it's off by one. But yeah.
The boys have grown a lot. It was so nice to see my nephew Jackson, because he's like, first of all, like, I know he would hate me for mentioning this because everybody mentions it, like 8 feet tall, and people say that a lot. This kid's like 6'2", and he's like 14.
That's crazy.
But I love that he's just so into like a lot of nerdy stuff, I would say, but I guess it's cooler to be into that now. Yeah. But he's like in band. He loves Pokemon Go. Yes. He likes a lot of different games, and he's letting me watch him play, even though I'm like old and lame. And then my other nephew, Max, who is Sophie's age, and oh my God, were they adorable together. They immediately hugged and they would not let each other go. Like, they've only met once before, but she wanted to play with him forever. She keeps talking about going back to see him.
That's funny. I was going to ask, like, because Sophie, when she was 1, she obviously doesn't remember did much of anything. Right. So she's traveling. She went to, like, the idea that she's, like, hitting 2 different, like, the whole coast, basically.
Oh, yeah, and she'll probably be, like, the only person you hear saying, I want to go back to New Jersey. Yeah. I miss New Jersey. Can we go back to New Jersey? I mean, I love New Jersey, too, but...
Only New Jersey people say that.
Yeah, no. And most of them don't say that anyways, but she is super excited to see Max, and it was good seeing Jackie and Shaq. Like, Shaq, her husband, has been with Jackie for so long that it's like hard for me to imagine her without him. And so then he's been in my life for that long too, and they're just so criminally chill, and like they're so wise, and like you know, they're like this smart, like I need advice people. But it was nice that I'm at a point in my life where I don't really need advice, and we could just chill and hang out and talk shop, and it was great. And his brother Greg was there, and he was making like gourmet food literally every single day. Like, why do you even need a restaurant? Right. And they had like a like they have like 4 different smokers and grill. It's insane. They got a pool and a bounce house. It's like,
Sophie's like, why are we leaving?
why don't we just live here?
Right.
And then we flew to Florida to see my other 2 sisters, Lisa and Jessica, and one was coming from Orlando, the other one was coming from Tampa.
So you guys kind of like meet in the middle.
Yeah, and we met in the middle in Clearwater Beach, and my dad's there, so we got a lot of family there. And Sophie, of course, was on the beach every single day, and she was so excited. She's so excited to see her aunties, and so excited to see Grandpa, and she wanted to go out and do everything. Yeah. And my other nephews were there, Anthony and Miguel, and it's so crazy because they're like adults now.
That's crazy.
And they're both adults, and Anthony's 21. I'm like, you can order drinks. You can order drinks.
Did you take him out for a drink?
Yeah.
There we go. That's what
we were chilling, man. But it was crazy. It felt like illegal or something.
Right? Like one day, like soon, like way sooner than before. Like Liam and I will be able to go out. Like I'll take him out like the week after his 21st. Yeah. I guess have an old, like, let me take you to a dive bar instead of wherever the hell your friends took you to. Let me show you how to really hang out at a bar. Like, but that's 5 years, like 6 years away.
Yeah. It's just weird to think that, like,
oh shit, you're gonna have to come with us, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially with Anthony, like, he's the oldest of the nephews. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I held you when you were a tiny little baby, and now you're like a man. It's so insane. Like, I remember being like 12 at his christening and being like, look at this little baby thing.
That's awesome.
And who knew who he was going to be? Because like he went through a lot of stages in life. So it makes me think, like, what's Sophie going to be when she grows up? Because he went through like the rebellious stage and the, you know, like all these different things. And then now he's just like, just a great kid. And he has really good morals, but he's also like really funny.
Like somehow you lived like you lived a bunch of life to kind of like settle down.
And then Miguel is like, honestly, he's the best. He's so sweet with Sophie. Like Sophie was like she's drawn to people who have like a strong sense of like paternal or maternal like senses, and he was so sweet with them. And I just love Miguel because he's like a big dreamer and he has all these ideas.
How old is he?
It's infectious. I think he's 20 now. Because his birthday...
So like...
is on the 24th. So I think...
Oh, 20 and
so is he 19? Is he 19 and turning 20? Oh. I don't know. I'm a terrible aunt.
But to be post high school and still be a dreamer, good for you. Like, because like sometimes by that point you're all jaded because you're out of school. Alice just graduated from Whimsy Z. So when we come back after the summer, I'm curious to see because like we'll be after the summer, and then the idea that like, hey, everybody's going back to school. What are you doing now? So we get to follow the Z post high school.
Oh my God.
Which is super interesting.
Well, it's crazy. Like you never really know where anyone's going.
Right.
Because I always think like, because I went from high school directly to college.
Right.
And that was like my idea of like, that's what people do.
Right.
And then now, obviously, I went back into the real world and I'm like, people take so many different paths that it's insane.
It is insane. And then like, because we were talking earlier, Kelly had a goth phase. So like the idea that like...
like how you're just finding out about that?
Well, I already knew it, but we brought it up. But yeah, like even with Liam, you've seen Liam for years. He was Fortnite, then he was baseball, then he's wrestling. Like I can see wrestling staying through most of high school because he can he's on the team and everything else. So like I can see him holding on harder to that one. But yeah, with Sophie, like right now it's all rainbows and unicorns.
Right.
But then at some point she's going to be like, it could change again.
Well, it's crazy because you and Liam were there when we were going through our old stuff from Mom's house. And I'm like looking through my old diary and I'm like, oh my God, I want to be an artist. And I'm like, I don't like doing art. I can't draw a stick figure. What the heck was I about? I said my favorite color was blue. My favorite color is green. I don't know.
You didn't know who you were.
I don't know that it was ever blue, or I thought that was like expected. I think I was jealous because my mom and all my sisters like basically had the same favorite color, and I was just like, maybe green is kind of cool too, I guess.
I'm cool. I want to be part of the club.
Yeah, green.
Yeah, I mean, even just in the couple of years, like the last 2 years, even Sophie's like how much she's grown and changed. Like the same, like amazing person, but like some of her interests in like she just keeps adding.
And her like understanding of things
Oh, that's my favorite
have
part.
deepened so much where like before she would tell me about a show and she'd be like, and this guy and he's bad and he doesn't like these guys and then these guys fight these guys. And now she's watching this show called hopefully it's not like wildly like inappropriate for her age. It's called K-pop Demon Hunter.
No, it's adorable.
And like she's like, well, she's actually half demon and she feels bad about that because her mom is actually a demon hunter, and so she wants to be a demon hunter but she's also half demon, so it's hard, so she tries to hide it by wearing clothes over her tattoos because her tattoos are what makes her a demon. I'm like, what the, who is this girl? What happened to he's bad and she's good?
Like every week, like just more like it's so much fun to watch them like able to articulate the world through their eyes.
Yeah, a little bit better every time. And even
it's still kid all the way, but she's able to like describe and explain and like tell you more about what a 5-year-old looks at how they.
Not only that, but you can tell that she's like processing things differently. Because a lot of times I'll be like, hey, can you get me that water bottle off the counter? And before she'd be like, what's a counter? What's getting? What's a water bottle? Like, and now I'll be like, that water bottle off the counter. And she'll be like, that one or that one? And I'm like, I didn't even realize there was a second one. The tall one with the blue on it. And she's like, okay. Walks over and gets it. It's like a completely non-exciting moment for anyone outside of like, you know, your life. But the fact that she can just process things and understand them so quickly now is like stunning to me.
I remember when I first realized that Lim understood the like semi the concept of time, where it was we go to mom's in the summer, so we leave mom's at like 7. No, sorry, reverse. So in the winter, we would go and we leave mom at like 6. And it's dark.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, like we're leaving, he's like, "What are you talking about? It's still light out." I'm like, "It's like,
Sophie doesn't do.
I'm like, "It's 7:30," and
it's getting late, but it's light.
And he starts processing it a little bit, and he's just like, but I'm like, it's just weird to what they all pay attention to.
Well, and that's why I think it's important a lot of times to explain past a kid's level, because there's times where I'll like, and I've always kind of practiced that, but there's times where I have explained past her level where I'm like, for sure she's not going to get it, but just in case. Right. And then she completely picks it up immediately. I'll be like, well, in the summer, the sun's out later. And she'll be like, oh, okay.
Right. Well, that's kind of like the way I think my grandma likes to teach kids is she's always like talking to them and teaching them like way past her level because she's like.
You don't know where they're going to pick up at.
Right.
And it doesn't really matter if you tell them a bunch of stuff they don't understand because later they might internalize it and remember you said something about that.
It's like don't teach them where they're at, teach them where you want them to be at, and then let them kind of catch up to you a little bit.
Yeah,
because like that's the craziest thing about with kids right now is if you teach them a little bit further ahead, like they will catch like that. Their brains are designed that way to be like just soak in everything.
Yeah.
So like if you talk down to them or limit them, like they're limitless at this point.
Right.
So you're just gonna kind of just keep leading them a little bit, and then like adjust a little bit where necessary. But for the most part, yeah. Sophie, like mom is always talked really highly of like Liam and Sophie and JJ to be like, your kids talk super early, or like they're doing shit super earlier than other kids.
Right. It's like, well, and then, but you'll find that with every generation, I feel like, because things are just going faster and faster, and you knowing the stuff that you knew from your childhood can move things a little bit forward. It's kind of like, if you think about it, and you look like back in like 1901 or whatever, and you see like swimming in the Olympics, and they're like swimming, and it's like 10 times slower than they do now.
Or basketball in like the 40s where they're just like,
yeah. But I'm like, do you think that their bodies were really that different?
Right.
No.
Nope.
It's just the knowledge that you have and being passed on and improved on so that people could teach better and go further every single year.
It's like a form of evolution, but like taught evolution versus like natural nature.
Well, it goes to like even back to like cave paintings. You know what I mean? Like, could those people not make a Renaissance painting if you gave them the tools and you like puppeted them?
Right.
Of course they could, but they didn't understand what expression was yet, so they had to start somewhere.
Right.
But it's cool thinking that it could just be seen between generations rather than hundreds of years.
Yeah. It's exciting. Yeah, it's having so much fun right now. Fearless. She just wants to do everything. I like the idea that she wants to experience everything. She's the curiosity is still there.
But it's a horrible backfire, and I think we should just stuff it all because we always end up with some situation where it's like, oh look, there's a zip line.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, I want to go on that. I'm like, well,
and then it's like what you were saying is like you don't want to show too much fear because
I don't want to be afraid. I don't want to be afraid, and I don't want her to be afraid because I'm afraid, because she'll look at me and go, we should be scared of this.
Because she looks at everybody and associates everything she wants to do, she saw someone else do, kind of. So she's like, well, if they're doing it, I'll do it.
Right.
Then like a little while ago, you mentioned, like, I can't be scared because I don't want her growing up being scared of things.
Right. Dude, we were on the plane, and by the way, I'm terrified of flying. So I'm literally like...
Every other year you fly across the country.
I'm literally going into like... total like panic mode, but my face is impassive and calm because I didn't want her to be afraid that we were gonna die or something, even though my whole brain was screaming, we're gonna die. We're totally gonna die.
Like your evolutionary brain can't handle flying, and you're like, no, they're like,
there's something about the way that it just like, especially when it takes off and it kind of has those little like dips where your stomach goes out, and I'm like, it's all going down. We're all going down. Like, the way that only the slightest thing needs to happen for me to be completely convinced that we're all gonna die.
It's like the most primal thing. Like, you get one little bump and you lose your mind. I fall asleep through all of that stuff, man. It is amazing.
Well, it's interesting because like we have like this strategy when it comes to being on the plane. Because when we first took her on a plane, she was like 1.5 or something like that.
Yeah, it was like the June or July or August-ish after her first birthday. And
we were like, we're not going to be the crying baby on the plane. Which there's nothing wrong with crying baby on the plane.
It happens. They don't know how to handle the
and she wasn't like a baby.
Right.
Like she could sit up and stuff like that. But Kelly and I have like this technique of like watching over Sophie and engaging with her. And it's like a tag team thing.
Yeah.
And it's worked so far. She's been on...
Like a distraction type technique?
Well, it's mostly like one of us is always working on some kind of project.
Okay.
We'll have like a new like activity book where you like...
You're painting something or you're drawing something or putting something together.
Yeah, like the dry erase one especially. And we'll like play with her, and then we'll have like a new play set from like the dollar store, and we'll like use it to play characters. But we try to have like something for every hour of the plane. And then we have one new thing per flight. So we flew to New Jersey, we had one new thing, and then we flew to Florida, we had one new thing, and then we flew back, we had one new thing. Said she'd be interested in it, and she like kind of this time she actually caught on, and she goes, what am I going to find on my next flight? And we're like, well, you're going to have to wait and see.
Now she just wants to fly just so she knows she gets something new.
Well, yeah, and it's always like some kind of like plane friendly craft or something that doesn't have a lot of pieces that'll fall out or something.
Fall in between the seat.
But Kelly is amazing at planning that stuff. Like I use the stuff, but Kelly plans literally everything. She sits there and she'll talk to me.
Research it.
And be like, this toy or this toy? Right. This toy. It's like a thing at the eye doctor. One or two. And then we'd talk about the pros and cons, but she's the one on Amazon for hours looking at stuff.
Is Sophie big enough for her own seat now?
We've always had her in her own seat. That was another thing that was part of the strategy the first time, because we thought she can sit on our laps.
Right.
but she's gonna be cramped.
Because that's a, what, 8-hour flight?
5.
Okay.
It's 5 or 6 depending on how you go, and then it's actually shorter on the way back because you have like a tailwind or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but we're like, she's not gonna want to not be able to walk, but you
Right.
can't walk in a plane.
Right.
Like, you can't just be going up and down the aisle. And so we got her own seat so she could kind of like walk between us and stand up and everything like that. And then now she's big enough where she needs her own seat.
Right.
And it's great because we can put all our stuff under her chair and stuff like that.
Does she sleep on the plane?
Yeah.
Okay.
She slept when she was a little kid for a little bit, but she like woke up pretty soon after we like took off. And then this time, the short flight, the one between New Jersey and Florida, she slept for almost like an hour, and I was watching Jaws on the backs of the seat.
Just celebrated its 50th anniversary.
I just thought of it as like research for us going to Florida, like maybe in case there's like a shark or something.
The irony of that is Jaws is based off of the New Jersey incident.
Yeah.
So you're like, I want to go to Florida and learn about sharks, but I'm like, you really should have been looking about sharks in New Jersey.
Oh no, don't start. My sister was like, we don't go to Jersey beaches because it's sharks. I'm like, yeah, I've used to swim there like every summer of my life, and it's not too bad. And we didn't really see any like animal life this time, except for one fish that like jumped out of the water, which is pretty cool. Sophie was pretty jazzed about it.
She'll sit out there for another hour looking for that fish.
Dude, she's like, do you think there are more fish? I'm like, yeah, it's the ocean.
There's plenty of fish in the sea.
It's pretty much the ocean, and it was very cloudy the whole time we were there, which was great, so that we didn't get too much direct sun.
Beautiful weather all the whole time.
Well, and I mean, like, it's cloudy, and then the water is still like bath water. It's warm. You walk straight in. Right. It's beautiful.
Very cool. Did you go back and watch the award show?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think of it?
Wait, yeah, I was the one who was checking for mistakes, so yeah, I did. Of course I watched it.
Shit, that's right. You were my double, yeah.
So unless you messed up, because you didn't put in my part at that point, but like unless you messed up that part, it was pretty good.
My one critique I had of it, it got better as it was going on, because Liam and we did it in the one day, and I noticed that we did we recorded a live stream while we were setting up, just so we can kind of play with it and kind of get some feedback. But I think part of it was the camera was on for like hours, so I'm in hindsight, I probably should have like turned everything down for an hour, but like when we recorded it, I think Liam did fantastic.
Oh yeah, he did great.
So he did really good. You can hear me like I'm backseat driving a little bit. So when I went back and watched it, the blur kind of irritated me. But as I started putting it together, I cut out a couple of pieces. I'm like, it's not so bad. I did try.
It wasn't that bad. Kelly said that there's like, you should have like set the depth of field to a certain amount instead of having it autofocus. Yeah. Because it was getting confused.
I couldn't figure out how to, like, for whatever reason, the software for the thing just doesn't want to work anymore. But I did try looking at it. Liam killed it. I did want to try and redo it, because there was a part of me was like, we did a half a run through and then we did it, what you guys saw. And I was just like, if we did it one more time, it would have been excellent. I'm super happy with the way that it came out. Like,
I think he was gonna get like recording fatigue though.
I think that's what happened towards the end of it, but overall, I was happy with it. I was able to edit a little bit. I think putting in the acceptance speeches really added something to it.
Yeah, no, I think it was definitely cool having the acceptance speeches.
But it grew on me for a second. There's a certain perfectionist aspect to it to me. I think I mentioned it on one of the live streams, is what I was worried about was the focus and the few little things that obviously could have been better, or like the lack of the nominations on the screen. Like some of those things, I'm like, those are fine. But I was kind of like, I didn't want to, like, half of the thought was I didn't want it to be bad and we'd blame it on being whimsy.
Right.
But the final project was just whimsy enough to be like, that's perfect for a year, like the first award show.
Yeah, and it has like a natural charm because if you have a couple mistakes in there, it reminds us that you're just like you guys in presenting.
Liam mixed up what was funny was I don't even know if anybody caught it, but when he was describing the year one category with TuScon, he thought it was he got one of the TuScons mixed up.
Yeah.
And I was like, it didn't win, so don't worry about it. I think I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think the next time in 2 years, it's gonna be fantastic. That's 2 years from now. So I threw out some ideas. We can technically, in theory, rent. They have all these WeWork places. Like you can rent an office conference room for a day.
Right.
So you have all these big buildings that just rent out office rooms for like by the day or by the hour. So like conceptually, boom, we get a semi-decent conference room that fit like 20 people. We bring the green screen. We got the conference table, so we got the camera and everything. And then the idea is that we bring in Mom, Nikki, everybody.
Right.
And then they can come up and announce the winner. Because like award shows now, the previous year announces the winner for the new year.
Right.
So like part of that's kind of cool. But then leads us into what you mentioned earlier about more podcasts coming in is like what happens in the next 2 years if we get 2 or 3 locals, we bring them in and have them come in and do the award show with us. They bring
like
in their family and then we kind of
host and stuff.
like we did like this weird like, hey, we got a huge room, we can hold 50, bring some food, we do a little potluck and then we record.
Yeah, let's just do the thing, man.
Like the idea that Mr. C, Matthew, he's podcasting and he's like, what the fuck am I doing an award show? I'm like, this is what we do.
This is what we do. And the thing is like, you think, oh, should I really do an award show? Like, is it really that important? I'm like, it's important to the people who are involved. I mean, everybody wants to be recognized for what they did, and everybody wants to look back at all the stuff that we've been through over the last 2 years and be like, oh my God, yeah, I forgot about that. Or, oh my God, I remember listening to that episode and it was really good. Like,
like everybody does,
especially like the Liam moments
yes.
and stuff like that. Because some of them I was like, oh, I forgot the blankie thing.
Yes.
Like,
but
it's such a good moment. But I just completely, it's so long ago.
It's 2 years. It's 122 episodes plus whatever live streams plus whatever like we've done. Like after like before and after podcasting,
right?
That like there's so much stuff that we've experienced over 2 years, and it's like I went back and I was looking at stuff, and I'm like, holy hell!
Yeah, so much stuff, so many things, so many places, so many people, and it's fun to look back and be like, wow, we really did something there. Like
one of the other things that suggested article said was one, they're both amazed at how much content that I put out. Jeff is like, he's like, Ben, you're pumping out content at a rate of like I don't understand it. I don't understand it either, but don't worry about it. I just do it.
It just happens. You talked about this kind of in the panel where you said it's a lot of just routine and understanding that like when something is routine, then you're just going to do it. Because that's kind of how I feel like with like doing chores and stuff like that. I have to
because you always do laundry right before we record.
No matter how late it is, like it is super late now. Like I'm like it's routine, so I will do it, and it doesn't feel like it's taxing because it's part of it. It's just part of Sunday.
Yeah, it's weird.
But then like posting becomes part of whatever day you're posting on. It's not something where you're going, oh, I have to post. Right. It's it's Monday, time to post.
And the beauty of the routine is because it's routine. I know that we can record, I can post and have everything uploaded before 1:00 when everything goes out. But they mentioned the amount of content, but I told them, I'm like, hey, you guys come on a couple more times. I go over there, I said, next time we do the award show, you guys get nominated, could possibly win an award for best crossover episode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now you guys can be an award-winning podcast. And like, that's genius. I'm like, I know.
Exactly. They throw that on your little site and you go, award-winning podcast.
Dude, I'm trying not to use it too much, but I'm putting it everywhere. It's already on the pre-show slide for the lives. I haven't put them on any of the social posts yet, but Kelly helped me come up with the logo with the leaves.
Yeah.
Like Cannes Film Festival always has like whatever they were nominated for. So, yeah, I'm leaning a little into the award-winning stuff a little bit.
You know, honestly, sometimes I want to tell people, you know what, I'm not an award-winning podcaster, so maybe just listen up for a second.
Oh, I love it. Like, yeah, I won a Whimsy Award.
So, like, one whimsy.
Yeah, you know, they have the podcast award.
If you were into podcasts, you would just like get all uppity about it.
So what is awesome is we just started year 3. I did not consult any of the other co-hosts, but today I talked to Matthew, who does the story time with Mr. C.
Yep.
Have you listened to those two?
I listened to the first one. I didn't realize the second one was out.
Second one is good. It's like, it's so weird. He's like JJ quality storytelling.
Yes, I noticed that, where it's like, he does a good job of like setting the background first, and then you just like you set this background and you understand where he's coming from, especially with storytelling, and where his inspiration was from. And before he even gets in the story, you kind of feel like I'm into it. I'm in this. I understand these people already.
There are stories about Dad, but the first 2 episodes, Dad's only in it for half a second.
Yeah.
But he's doing some of this world building thing, and you're in it. We went Monday to Mom's for breakfast, and she's excited. Her and Grandma were like, "Isn't the new one out?" I looked. I'm like, "Yeah, it's out." She's like, "Play it now." So like, there's a new routine where we go to Mom's and we'll eat and we'll listen to the 11 or 12 or 20 minutes, whatever he has, and we'll listen to it. And episode 2 was hilarious. There was a couple of funny parts, but he just keeps adding to it. So I talked to him today, and I told him, I'm like, everybody on this side loves it. I said, you, great storyteller, great voice. I said, you and JJ. I'm like, I can tell stories. And I said, I can talk. But I said, I cannot story tell like this.
You could talk your way out of anything.
And I'm like, it's perfect. It's beautiful. I'm like, I complimented him on his structure and format. Like, he does some like, housekeeping items in the front. Then he hits the theme song and then jumps into the story. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm like, everything you're doing, man, is awesome and perfect. And
I feel like, because he said the theme song came from somebody he knew, right? And their daughter. Yeah. And I was like, this is what we were talking about. Yeah. Use the people around you. Oh. People are creative and they're willing to do creative things.
And all you had to do was ask, and I'm sure that his friend was like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, of course, because, like, it's not all that serious to, like, lend a hand to somebody who needs something, right. And that's what we've run into over and over again.
If his friend is passionate about music, he'll be passionate about, like, you want someone who's passionate about the things that, like, similar, and, like, that whatever he's going to give you is a quality.
Right, and he wants to apply that, because, like, Kelly's good at art. Right. But right now, she's, like, completely flying off the handle on graphic design. Yes. And not only with our merch, but then like also with like the little logos for Mind Pockets and stuff like that.
Genius, I'm gonna put it up tomorrow.
She's like sitting there asking me about all these tiny edits, and she's like, does this look better a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller? And like watching her work on that is just reminded me of like, people who are creative like want to go towards creative things and like work on their passions no matter in what avenue it is.
Well, it was like Sarah Rose, who did Little Whimsy Year 1. She likes to draw, but she was stuck in that place where she didn't know what to draw.
Yeah, no inspiration, but sometimes you just need like a little seed.
Yeah, it's like, you like to draw, you don't know what to draw. I said, are you willing to draw a couple of fucking gnomes doing funny things? And she's like, yeah. And then she for the most part, I believe she said she enjoyed it and liked doing it. So, like, and same with Kit. She loves drawing for us right now. She loves the idea that she can do those things and kind of like tell a story for us. But yeah, it's all about just find people in your universe or close by,
And there are always people, like, you'll think sometimes that there's nobody who you know who likes music or art or whatever it is, but I guarantee you there's people you don't even think
right.
to know, because you'll find somebody at work who draws something real quick for you, and you're like, you're really like an artist, and they're like, oh yeah, I draw all the time, but it's no big deal.
So, yeah, it's fascinating. I love it. So I told him like, hey, we love the podcast, keep doing it. So he told me a little bit about it was so funny. He'll probably explain it more, but he cause I had updates. So it says he was getting ready to record, and it took him 2 weeks. He had a microphone, but it wasn't compatible with the computer, so he got a new computer, but it wasn't compatible still.
Oh my god!
So he had to buy an adapter, and then it only recorded in mono. And his daughter was like, "Hey, Dad, I can't hear it in my headphones," and he's like, "Oh my god!" So he's using Riverside.
Right.
He has his notes. He printed them out. He showed me today, and he's like, "Yeah," he's like, "I just went through the notes in Riverside." So he tried. He likes it.
Yeah, and it's user friendly. It's really easy.
So there's still a little bit of a learning curve, but boom, he's doing it. So yeah, I talked to him a little bit today, and was like, I'll send you some stories. Let's come on, like, have you come on very soon, because like I like the idea of catching him in his infancy,
right?
And be like, let's talk about it, because he's still in that new phase of like just trying to do something like he wants to do, and he's focusing more on like the early stages of like the production of it, and like when to record, and he's trying to line up what stories he wants to do next. So there's a lot of like planning it, but his stories are as he keeps going, he's gonna become like when I started podcasting, I didn't pay attention to it until like one day I realized like you get really vulnerable, like you really put yourself out there.
Yeah.
So I want to catch him before that point, and then get to him like a year later and be like, how does it feel that you put so much of like you and your family out there?
Right.
Like you're out here naked with the rest of us. Like, how does it feel? And kind of just track that journey a little bit. I told him, I think, continue. He thanks us for the panel. He keeps referring back to it. And he's like, one of his favorite things that he said was every time someone had an excuse of why they don't,
right.
He's like, they had answers for everything.
And the crazy thing is we had them on slides, so we weren't coming in. We're like, we knew this is what was gonna happen.
So we'll get him on here in the next couple of weeks. His schedule's a little bit wide open, so I told him we'll try and find like a Sunday late afternoon, early afternoon. And we'll hang out and talk to him a little bit. Like I said, I'll send him some stories and see what he wants to do. So I told him, I'm like, hey, I said, until you say otherwise, you're officially into the Whimsy family. We're not like a podcast network yet or anything like that. So there's no official like.
But we're here for you,
right.
And you're here for us, and we want to hear your story. And if you need help, we've got you, bro.
Like this is the community we're looking. You are in the Whimsy community. So
and if there's any way to F something up, we've done it at least once.
So he was super excited about that, and he was thankful for that. And I'm like, you can like later if someone else wants to pick you up and add you to their network, 100%.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But
go for what you want.
Like it's a scary road in the beginning, and it could be a little bit lonely. I said you're officially in our universe.
We're here to hold the handlebars after we took off the training wheels.
So he's with it. He is now in the Whimsy universe.
Whimsyverse.
He's in the Whimsyverse. So he is a contender for best new podcast.
Ooh, best new podcast.
Like best new non-CTW podcast. So, because who knows what the hell I'm going to be up to.
Oh no.
But he's like the success story of Fan Fusion right now. And it's the idea like, because Fan Fusion was 6 weeks ago.
It feels like so much longer ago.
But 6 weeks ago, and he has 3 episodes. So it took him 3 weeks to do it. And he's been doing it for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I told him, like, you're the success story. I'm like, you're the one I'm pointing at. Like, when I'm trying to, like, get more people to come hang out, I'm like, you're going to be the one that I have to point to be like, here's how easy it is. It's 11 minutes. There's no excuse now
Yeah.
of why you don't have quote unquote time to do anything. I'm like, you can find 11 minutes.
You can find 11 minutes. You don't need heavy editing. You don't need
Right?
crazy like sound effects, or you don't even need like a theme song.
Nope.
Just record.
He did record it first on his phone. He's like, no good.
No.
So he went and did it on Audacity, and then he switched over to Riverside. So like his journey already is interesting, but easy enough that he was able to try 3 different recording formats. So yeah, it's super exciting. So I'm going to reach out to the 6 other people that I have emails from the con, and reach out to them and be like, hey, look, he's already started. What do you guys need? Like,
yeah, literally, what do you need from us? And you need somebody to be a sounding board. Do you need to see like if your idea is fresh, or if you want like what your setup should be? Because like with us, it's 2 people.
right.
So I don't know. I could never do a podcast alone.
Dude,
but
I'm trying to think. Are there a lot of podcasts that do it alone?
I feel like there's a lot of true crime podcasts.
But they're talking to an audience. Like,
well, yeah, you're never truly alone if you're talking to your audience. But I mean, like, without another person to like throw things off of.
Because everyone's like streamers and stuff. Like, obviously they're solo, but I don't know how many. Like, there's not a lot of podcasts where it's just one guy talking to himself.
No, like, I'm telling you, like, it's like a scary, interesting podcast. Like, it's one guy telling a story about something, like real stories.
Yeah.
But it's a nice podcast, and it's cool to listen to. I guess if you had a story to tell, it'd be easier because you just
like he's got a form. Like, but I always come in and be like, I got nothing to. Like, it always starts off with.
Here I am, just talking to myself. Sad dad time. Let's do it.
Oh, that's so funny. So, with the mashup idea, is we get 1 or 2 more, and then we just round robin, and we just like the next podcast, if they have a co-host, we just trade.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe you could. I mean, I'll sit here with you, but like you do his podcast and you tell a story.
Right.
Like, and then he come over here, and then me and him like just banter about God knows what.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I think it would be fun. Kevin Smith tried it. He did it once. They had a Smodcast festival, basically. They all went up to Canada for a hockey tournament. So there was like 3 different podcasts up there, and they mixed them all up. So Scott Mosier went over to Tell 'em Steve Dave, and then Brian Quinn went over to Smodcast. So they kind of mixed it up a little bit there. But I'm like, we could totally do that.
Yeah, that'd be doable. I like how you want me to be the one who has to tell a story.
Dude, I can't. I tell stories, but I'm not a storyteller. And if you try to get me to read something, oh my God. My AI reads better than I do. And that thing sounds like garbage. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm reaching out. I think I could. So the goal for year 3. So let's chat some goals real quick. My goal for year 3 is a little bit more video projects. So another bend there of some kind. There's an idea that I'm going to have with what's in the box. So I go in the garage, I put a couple things in the box, and then for like the live stream, I'll show you the 5 things and tell the story about the 5 things in the box. But now I want to go crib style. I want to go to somebody's house and be like if we came here, I'd be like, what are 5 knickknacks or things that you have?
Oh my God, give me a week to clean.
But yeah, so we would video that, and we would just be like, here, check out this snow globe. This is the one that I got from this one place for whatever, and then like whatever story behind it. So I want to try and do a couple of those. I already have an idea for the first person after me. Will be interesting. So I want to see a little bit more video. And I'd like to see at least, like, let's do like 1 more podcast that come out. and hang out.
Yeah.
Like, we got Mr. C. Let's find one more. Like, I'm not gonna get greedy. Like, let's build this network and start with 3.
We got 6 other people. We gotta get 1 out of 6. I hope
Oh,
we get 6 out of 6.
we need the
But
Transformer girl.
dude,
What was? Do you have her info?
no, I don't have her info. She was supposed to bring it to the, and we're asking.
Okay, so I just have to. Okay, so we have to go back and re-listen to that because she gave out her name and the name of the podcast.
Yes, she did.
So we just have to look that up. Kelly, that's great. Okay, yeah, I can pull that up and find that. I'll totally reach out to her. Like, dude, where are you at?
Like, dude, I've never watched Transformers. Bring me on.
Right? Teach me about the Transformers. I
know about Optimus Prime. That's it, bro.
Right. And then I got the themed episodes or the limited series. I recorded a few movies that made us with Lasagna and Hammer. And I want to do the nostalgia tour, which I think I'm getting ready to do. I want to record 1 episode by myself with what I'm expecting from it, hide it, do the tour, and then play that first episode at the very end.
Oh my god.
Because
so what's the tour then?
It's we're going to be talking to a couple of people from work that I've known. Like, there's only a handful of people that have known me for like 20 plus years, like outside of family. So we're talking a couple of them. Like, it's what was Ben like 2002 through 2000 to 2004, and then 04 to 08, and then like 12 to 15, and kind of just like look at the because I went through this identity crisis right around 100. But I think there's like 3 or 4 versions of Ben since high school. And it's going to go looking at each of those little versions of. I have no idea. It seemed like fun.
But do we not have anyone who has known high school Ben?
Oh, we got Brandy. I'm going to talk to her and see if she would, because she was girlfriend senior year, and then 2 years after high school. Year after high school. So like 3 years or 4 years.
I want to see inside the mind of high school Ben.
Right? So I'm trying not to overthink it too much, because I was like, it was fun for a second to be like, oh, let's find this identity of these other Bens, and then then I started thinking, I'm like, oh man, some of these other Bens were kind of like garbage, like a garbage person. So yeah, that first episode is going to be like, here's what I'm hoping to get out of it. Here's some things that I've realized since, and see if it all. And then I don't know, like 5 or 6 people. And then we got to try to do some family tree stuff. So a couple limited series, some video, and 1 more podcast to join our family. Those are my goals for year 3.
I think that's reasonable. I mean, obviously getting more video is going to be easy.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing some Ben theirs at the Denny's?
Yes. Maybe not at the Denny's, but I'll shoot I'll take a picture of it and I can just green screen it. So I can try that. There is right now 25 minutes on 3 different angles on 3 different cameras. So 3 cameras, so 3 different angles. There's about 25 minutes of me interviewing myself, basically.
Yeah.
About the desk, the position we've been in. Because like the idea that I'm moving, I'm like, I got to talk about this spot that we've been in for 2 years. I have not even looked at them. Dude, they're cringy.
Oh my god. Lost media in the making.
Oh my gosh. And there's one more project. Super like secret. I want to start building more lost media, and then maybe tie it into like an LRG type thing. Like, nobody noticed it yet, but there's certain things added or missing that I can come back to later, and people are like, "Oh my god, it is missing. Where did it go?"
Oh my god.
And then I'll start dropping clues, and then I'll hide it somewhere else.
Scavenger hunt.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, I completely forgot that I did that.
We did talk about a scavenger hunt like way early in like year 1.
It was gonna be a pick scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
We're working on it. We're getting
Because
there.
that would be kind of neat.
Like,
Cut!
what? Who's calling you? Oh.
Kelly.
Oh. Because she tried texting me first. She's like,
She goes, I think this is it. Oh my god, she found it.
more than meets the pod. Okay, we're going to reach out to her. I'm going to leave a comment and be like, hey, I want you all over here and hang out with us. We're just both just reading our text.
Sorry for the dead air. Kelly's just out there. You yell to the producer of the podcast and you think she's not listening, and then she just texts you, I think this is it.
Oh, man. Oh, that's so funny. I'm going to reach out to her this week. Do you have anything in particular that you would like to see personally or whimsy?
Oh, in the next year?
Yeah.
Not really. I like to keep it open.
You gonna be okay recording like video?
I'll think about it. I'll think about my okayness levels. Obviously not gonna do it this way. Jeez.
I don't know. It's fun. Early, because it's the beginning of year 3. I love the idea of looking that far ahead, and then just doing it. Like, it's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the like watching like super old episodes of like Smosh. And it looks like just a bunch of guys with a camera having fun. We could put that in that mindset that I don't think it has to look good or be good.
I was running into this thing. We'll talk about it a little bit, like at a different time. Like, I get distracted every once in a while. Like I had this meeting where I talked to possibly finding a life coach, and then like some of the things that they were saying was like, and then like I'm just researching a couple of things, but like I keep getting distracted where they're like, it needs to be like crisp and like perfect, and I was like, stop it! It doesn't need to be perfect because that's not what we do.
Well, and that's
like,
not what life is. And then if you put the expectations at perfect, you're always going to disappoint yourself because you can't be perfect.
So, yeah, I love the idea that we're still, obviously things are getting better.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. So, but there's still just enough whimsy in it to be like, that's the show we like.
It's still realistic.
That's still year 1 stuff. It's going to be fun. Yeah. I got the new desk, so I got to put that up at some point.
Still haven't seen it.
We'll take pictures. Like one night, I'll start early on the Mind Pockets and have you guys, like, you can help me put up posters or whatever banners.
People vote.
Well,
Position 1, position 2, or position 3 for this picture.
Well, because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Kelly knows. Like, I can only see things in 2 dimensions in either left to right, up or down. And my eyes all cockeyed anyway. So, like when we did the award show, like I had to live stream to be like, hey, Lasagna Hammer, anybody else out there? How does this look? How do I sound?
Right.
Like I needed to do a sound check, so I'll do the same thing. It should be up by tomorrow. And I got some ideas. I don't know if did I tell you what the idea was? I'm trying to think when was the last time you talked to me. So on the wall, in theory, the new shot will have the back wall and the side wall. So I'll get the corner. So what I want to do, because I was looking at backdrops, I'm like, what kind of backdrop do I want? Like, do I want to keep the same one or do I want to green screen something? Skyline. And I was like, no, I'm like, I'll keep it semi-simple. I got some, like a grid rack, a couple of them. And I think every week I want to take a picture, print it out, and then every week I just put a new picture on the wall.
Oh, that'd be cute.
So as every live stream, you can see a new picture. And then by the end of the year, you see all 52 pictures.
No, that'd be awesome because then you could see. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be a collection. It's gonna show like over time.
Right. And it'd be like just whatever happened that week. So like when we go to ChooseCon, there'll be a ChooseCon picture in there.
Yeah.
And then the yearbook will have all 52 of them in there with some descriptions or whatever else on them. So yeah, I'm playing with a couple of different ideas for it. I think it'll be fun because in theory it's gonna be the new home of live.
Right.
Because there's nowhere else to move unless I get an office space at some point, but we're not even close to that yet. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good fun third year. There's really nothing like my favorite thing is that there's really nothing stopping us from keep just doing whatever the hell we want.
Well, and that's the most important part is just doing whatever we want because if you try to structure it too much, then it kind of loses the whimsy aspect of it.
There is one reality that we do everything on a budget, right? Because it's all indie pod. But some shit's gonna need to get up, like especially if I'm videoing. I'm like, some shit's gonna have to get upgraded.
Yeah.
Like this is the year that I have to invest a little extra, like financially.
I think it's appropriate at like year 3 because when we're telling people, you could have to spend $0 or close to it. That's good for when you're starting your podcast and you're not sure that you're going to move forward with it, but eventually.
And it's crazy because like I'm potting at a rate like 3 years ahead. Like most people are like 160, 120 episodes. They're like, that's 3 years worth of podcast. Like, oh my God, I did it in 2. Yeah, we do 62 episodes or 61 episodes a year.
Which is crazy. Just to mention that's crazy. So if anyone's feeling like they can't make that pace, Ben is just insane, and you shouldn't follow his example in that particular aspect of his life.
No, like there is nothing wrong with taking a break. Like
course.
Life is allowed to happen.
Or if you want your once a month podcast,
right.
A lot of the fiction podcasts that I listen to only come out every 2 weeks or every month.
Right. Suggested Articles is a bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Or like we went to if we go somewhere on vacation, like we're allowed to take a break. I'm not going to. Like we'll find a way to sneak one in. But yeah, don't listen to me. Don't like use me for inspiration to you can do anything, but don't try to follow my pace, man. You guys will
his obsessive brain won't allow him to do anything more than every single week, and sometimes more than that.
So we've been like we've never missed a drop in 2 years and a week. So how many is that? 52, 104, 105 weeks. I just cursed it. You guys, Kelly and I already talked about it. If I'm in the hospital for whatever reason, you guys have to sneak one out. Twinsy the Whimsy.
People are going to be like, these tasteless morons.
Or they're going to be like, Twinsy the Whimsy is the best podcast I've ever heard.
They'd be like, these tasteless morons. This dude's in a coma. And they're just hijacking his podcast.
Listen to 125. Listen to 125. Kelly's already got it all screenshotted already. She's like, oh no, we're allowed to. Chasing the Twins. Sorry. Twinsy the Whimsy sounds cool. Chasing the Twinsies
is so dumb.
So yeah, we're gonna get some mashups. We're gonna get Mr. C in here soon. You're gonna meet one of my family possibly next week in the afternoon. So we will definitely talk about that and be like, what does cousin Jason look like? How does it feel to see another in the wild?
Oh my God. Well, I've seen your dad once.
And that was already kind of like crazy.
Yeah.
We're all like that. Not that extreme, but we're all like very like we're big personality people. It's gonna be a good time. I think that's all I got. You have anything?
Nope. Laundry in the laundry machine.
I was just saying, boom, hour 4.
Whimsy.